In the late 1960s, a predator emerged from the darkness of Northern California. This killer would become one of America's most infamous serial murderers, leaving a trail of terror and unanswered questions. His name remains unknown to this day. Between 1968 and 1970, a series of brutal murders shocked the Bay Area communities. Young couples were targeted in remote locations, murdered with calculated precision. The killer's confidence and brazen communication with authorities would define the case forever. The first confirmed victims were David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, shot in their car in December 1968. Their deaths marked the beginning of a nightmare that would consume investigators for decades. The killer had announced his presence to the world. Weeks later, Darlene Ferrin and Mike Mageau were gunned down at a parking lot. Mageau survived, but his account provided crucial details about the shooter. The killer was growing bolder, striking with frightening frequency across multiple jurisdictions. What set the Zodiac apart from other killers was his obsession with communication. He sent coded letters to newspapers, mocking police and claiming victim counts. These cryptic messages became as infamous as the murders themselves, taunting authorities relentlessly. The killer claimed 37 victims, though only 5 murders were definitively linked to him. His cryptic ciphers challenged codebreakers and amateur sleuths for generations. The mystery deepened with each confusing symbol and taunting message sent to media outlets. In 1969, the killer escalated to daylight attacks. He murdered a taxi driver named Paul Stein in San Francisco, leaving behind physical evidence that might have identified him. Yet somehow, he vanished into the city's darkness, evading capture once more. Lake Berryessa became the setting for one of his most brutal attacks. Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell were stabbed repeatedly while bound. The killer wore a bizarre costume with a crosshair symbol on his chest, photographing his handiwork before fleeing. Despite massive investigations involving multiple law enforcement agencies, the Zodiac remained elusive. Fingerprints and DNA evidence seemed never to match any suspects. The killer's careful planning and apparent knowledge of police procedures suggested possible insider involvement. After 1970, confirmed Zodiac communications virtually ceased. The killer either died, moved away, or simply stopped his reign of terror. The sudden silence raised new questions. Had he achieved his twisted goals, or was he simply caught by another jurisdiction? Over the decades, numerous suspects emerged, from ex-convicts to respected community members. DNA testing disproved many theories, yet others remain intriguingly plausible. The lack of definitive evidence has spawned countless documentaries and amateur investigations seeking the truth. Some investigators believe he may have been a mechanic, given his apparent knowledge of vehicles. Others suggest military training based on his tactical precision and discipline. Without a concrete answer, speculation continues to fuel theories from true crime enthusiasts worldwide. The Zodiac Killer case remains unsolved, a haunting reminder of one man's capacity for evil. His victims deserved justice that was never delivered. Yet their memory endures, keeping this dark chapter of California history alive in collective memory. Will the Zodiac Killer ever be identified? Advanced DNA technology offers new hope, yet decades have passed. This case reminds us that some mysteries may never be solved, their dark secrets buried with the killer himself.